Oh, it's got a Bren gun in it. I'm already sold, boys. I'm already fucking sold. There's a Bren gun in game. Right, we're sorted. Now, this game came out in early access on the 12th of December, and I saw a post about it on Twitter, and being a history teacher, I was like, World War II, being an obsessive Tarkov player, survival and extract shooter with crafting elements, say less. I'm on board. So I picked it up, and I thought I'd check it out, and this is what I found. So, reading directly off the Steam page, United 1944 is an innovative World War II shooter combining weapon crafting, base building, and team strategy. Fight for territory in 16v16 urban guerrilla battles in domination mode, or explore a city in ruins as a lone wolf in Survivor. Unlock skills and customize your hero, play your way, make history. So my first impressions of the game, it very much looks like a mix between Rust with your crafting and DMs. And honestly, the maps, the way that they're designed, gorgeous. I really like the shapes of the maps. I really like how the maps play. There's a good amount of different levels. There's a good amount of different areas to explore. One thing that I will say is, especially in survivor mode, the maps don't feel very big. As you'll see as I'm talking through this, I did keep running into the same players quite frequently. So after playing on one server, I decided to dip out. I'd done some bits and pieces. I hadn't seemed to have got enough XP to extract. But I wanted to try it and see what it was like on a busier server, so I jumped into another one. And honestly, it was a lot of the same. The crafting element is interesting. It's quite easy to acquire the parts. But I feel like the game is missing something, and I'm not quite sure what it is. It seems confused. It seems like partially it wants to be like Hell Let Loose. Other parts of it want to be Rust, but there's not the atmosphere. There's not the stress and the tension that you get from an extraction shooter. There's not the stress and the tension that you get from playing a game like Hell Let Loose, where, you know, time to kill is very, very short. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of risk. Now, don't get me wrong, the gunplay is incredibly fun. It's a good, fun game to play for a while, but after that, there's an awful lot of repetition to get the level of XP up to then extract, to then go into another map and do the same thing. I'm sure it would be far more enjoyable to play squad, and I really wanted to check out the domination mode. However, when I was looking at the domination mode, there was only one full server, and it kind of seemed a little redundant to play a relatively large map with only 6 people on the server. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? Have you played it? What do you think from the footage I've showed you? I'd be quite intrigued to check it back out in a couple of months to see if the player count has built up, if they've added any more changes, because I do understand that it is in early access, and I'm kind of gutted that I didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped I would, because aesthetically it's a very good looking game, and being a history teacher, World War II absolutely up my alley, and extraction shooters, looter shooters are definitely my bag. I think the one thing that I would like to see from this game to kind of immerse it more in World War II, which is what it's pitched at, is AI. I think that the maps need to be bigger, and I think that there needs to be more kind of quests other than survive for X amount of time and then extract. Now I know that there are kind of weeklies to unlock cosmetics and stuff like that, but I feel like the game is confused as to what it wants to be. It either wants to be a Rust style game with World War II cosmetics, or it wants to be a World War II game with Rust style components, which is kind of what I took it to be from looking at the trailer. And it's not really either. Yeah, you can run around with an MG34, you can run around with a Thompson, you can run around with an MP40, you can run around with a Garand. Yeah, the maps look like 1940s France. And the maps, don't get me wrong, the gunplay is fun, but that doesn't sell the environment for me. I think what it's lacking is it's lacking atmosphere. And when you're in a server that doesn't have many players on, that really, really shows, because there's a whole lot of kind of running around and doing the same things, and I understand that that's something that you do in a game like Rust, but to kind of embed it and immerse it in that World War II environment, it needed something else. And I think that that's the one thing lacking. Even AI, even if you were playing the game as either the Axis or the Allies and you had specific objectives whilst doing the base building with those Rust elements, almost like a really long version of Conquest from Battlefield, keep team damage on, because that's going to add that extra level of stress. But maybe that could be an option, because I think that what the game is and what the game wants to be are vastly different. So what do you think? Let me know, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.